Does your face look tired, puffy under the eyes, with deeper lines than last year and a stubborn fullness around the jaw? If so, you might be seeing what I call stress face, the visible fingerprint of chronically elevated cortisol and low-grade inflammation. I want to show you 10 science-informed foods that don't promise miracles, but that can nudge your biology back toward resilience, lowering inflammation, protecting collagen, improving cellular cleanup, and quietly changing how your face reflects your inner stress. If you want a practical 7-day anti-stress face grocery checklist to try these foods, save this video or tap the link in the description now and come back. It'll help you build the simple swaps I outline next. First, a very short primer so the rest of this makes sense. Cortisol is a stress hormone that, when it stays high for weeks or months, shifts the body into a chronic repair and survive mode. That means more inflammation, more collagen breakdown and glycation, altered fat distribution, hello, stubborn jawline and under-eye puffiness, disrupted sleep and microbiome imbalance, and extra wear on mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses inside our cells. All of those processes show up on the face: thinning skin, slower healing, dull tone, and deeper lines. The foods I'll cover affect this chain at several points: antioxidant defenses, NRF2 antioxidant gene activation, mitochondrial cleanup, mitophagy, BDNF support for brain resilience, omega-3 signaling for calmer inflammation, and probiotic-driven gut-brain balance. Think of food as small but steady interventions. They're like turning down the noise in a crowded room so you can hear your own recovery. I'll go from number 10 to number 1. For each food, I'll tell you what it does for stress face, briefly how it works, and one practical way to add it to your routine. 10. Blueberries. Benefit: concentrated anthocyanins that guard brain circuits from stress-driven inflammation and protect skin cells from oxidative damage. Mechanism: berry anthocyanins act as antioxidants and anti-inflammatory molecules, supporting microcirculation and helping blunt cortisol's inflammatory ripple. Practical tip: aim for about a cup most days. Freshen yogurt or a handful of frozen berries blended into smoothies are both fine. Frozen often holds equal antioxidant value and lasts longer. 9. Extra virgin olive oil. Benefit: Mediterranean-style polyphenols that lower systemic inflammation and support vascular flow to the skin, helping with tone and glow. Mechanism: polyphenols in high-quality extra virgin olive oil modulate inflammatory signaling and provide healthy monounsaturated fats that stabilize blood sugar spikes linked to cortisol surges. Practical tip: use it raw as a finishing drizzle or salad dressing. Choose cold-pressed extra virgin options and store in a dark bottle away from heat. 8. Green tea, EGCG. Benefit: EGCG helps calm stress-driven neuroinflammation and supports cellular antioxidant pathways that protect skin and mood. Mechanism: the catechin EGCG activates protective signaling, reduces inflammatory cytokines, and may help blunt cortisol reactivity in stressful moments. Practical tip: sip 2 to 3 cups daily as a ritual. Steep at slightly below boiling, about 175 to 185 degrees, for 2 to 4 minutes to preserve delicate catechins. Avoid loading it with sugar. 7. Wild salmon, omega-3s plus astaxanthin. Benefit: omega-3 fatty acids dampen inflammation that inflates skin and redistributes fat, while astaxanthin in wild salmon supports mitochondrial resilience and may protect skin from oxidative stress. Mechanism: EPA and DHA alter cell membrane signaling and inflammatory mediators, helping the HPA axis stress system become less reactive. Astaxanthin supports mitochondria and antioxidant defenses. Practical tip: aim for 2 to 3 servings weekly of wild-caught salmon where possible. When wild fish isn't available, choose the highest quality source you can and consider discussing a marine origin omega-3 supplement with your clinician. 6. Avocado. Benefit: provides steady, skin-friendly fats and fat-soluble vitamins that support collagen formation and stabilizes blood sugar, reducing cortisol spikes tied to sugar lows. Mechanism: Monounsaturated fats plus vitamin E and small amounts of vitamin C help maintain skin barrier and support the nutrients needed for collagen synthesis and cellular repair. Practical tip: add half an avocado to salads, toast, or smoothies daily. Opt for ripe, well-sourced fruit and use it raw to preserve delicate nutrients. 5. Dark chocolate, greater than or equal to 70% cacao. Benefit: cocoa flavonols improve blood flow to the skin and provide a mild hormetic stress that can strengthen resilience to future stressors. Mechanism: cocoa polyphenols boost nitric oxide-mediated circulation and offer mild metabolic hormesis, a small, short-lived stress that can upregulate antioxidant defenses and mood-supporting pathways. Practical tip: choose dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao and low added sugar. A modest square after lunch can replace a sugary snack and support circulation. Quick micro summary: all 5 of these foods share a theme: calming inflammation, protecting mitochondria and collagen, and smoothing the small physiological processes that make stress visible on the face. That's the core of the stress face strategy: reduce the inflammatory background and give cells the building blocks and signals to repair. 4. Pomegranate. Benefit: polyphenols that support mitochondrial cleanup through gut-derived metabolites, aiding cellular renewal and reducing stress-driven cellular wear. Mechanism: pomegranate contains allagitannins that certain gut microbes convert into compounds related to urolithin A, which, in research, is linked to improved mitophagy, the cell's recycling of damaged mitochondria. Practical tip: eat pomegranate seeds as a salad topper or choose 100% pomegranate juice diluted with water. If you know you don't digest seeds well, the juice offers easier access to polyphenols. 3. Broccoli sprouts, sulforaphane. Benefit: a powerful NRF2 activator that ramps up the body's own antioxidant and detox genes, helping to neutralize stress-related oxidative damage. Mechanism: sulforaphane activates NRF2 pathways, increasing cellular antioxidant production and enhancing stress resilience at a gene expression level, essentially turning on your internal antioxidant factory. Practical tip: add a small handful of fresh broccoli sprouts to sandwiches, bowls, or smoothies a few times weekly. Sprouts provide higher sulforaphane precursors than mature florets. 2. Turmeric, curcumin. Benefit: curcumin reduces inflammatory signaling and supports BDNF-like pathways that protect brain health and mood under chronic stress, indirectly helping the face recover. Mechanism: curcumin modulates inflammatory cytokines and has been associated with neuroprotective signaling that supports mood and cognitive resilience during stress, which in turn lowers cortisol-driven wear. Practical tip: pair turmeric with a pinch of black pepper, piperine, and a fat source. Drizzle turmeric into soups or blend it into golden milk with coconut milk to increase curcumin's absorption. 1. Fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut. Benefit: daily probiotics help rebalance the gut microbiome, improving gut-brain signaling and better regulating cortisol and inflammation that show up on the face. Mechanism: a healthier gut microbiome produces metabolites that influence the HPA axis, lower systemic inflammation, and support nutrient absorption, all essential for skin and stress management. Practical tip: aim to include a small serving of a fermented food each day. Plain yogurt or kefir in the morning, a few tablespoons of kimchi with dinner, or a spoonful of sauerkraut in salads. Choose minimally processed, low-sugar options. Across these foods, there are recurring mechanisms: antioxidants that soak up oxidative rust, compounds that turn on NRF2 and cellular repair, nutrients that support mitochondrial cleanup, mitophagy, and microbes that calm the gut-brain axis. Together, they lower the biochemical pressure that drives cortisol's visible effects on skin and facial tone. Now let's be practical. What does this look like as a 30-day mini plan you can actually stick to? Day to day, focus on small, consistent swaps rather than giant overhauls. Start with a daily ritual: a cup of green tea in the morning or mid-afternoon, a serving of fermented food at one meal, and a cup of berries with breakfast. Twice a week, prioritize a fatty fish like wild salmon. On other days, rotate avocado, olive oil, and nuts as your main fat sources. Sprinkle broccoli sprouts on lunches a few times per week. Sip turmeric-infused drinks 2 to 4 times weekly, and include pomegranate seeds or diluted juice several times across the month. Allow a small square of dark chocolate a few times a week to replace a sugar-laden treat. Keep hydration steady, prioritize sleep, and add brief stress management rituals. A 10-minute walk or breathwork session after meals can reduce cortisol spikes and amplify the food benefits. Expectations matter. With consistent changes, modest improvements in digestion, sleep, and mood are often noticed within 2 to 4 weeks. Visible skin changes, improved tone, less puffiness, a bit more glow, can begin in weeks, but more sustained shifts in skin structure and deeper collagen support typically take months. That timeline reflects normal biology. Cells turn over and remodel gradually. Think of the process like tuning an engine instead of swapping it out. Small, regular adjustments compound into smoother performance over time. A few cautions and practical sourcing notes before we close. Choose wild-caught fatty fish when possible for higher astaxanthin and a cleaner omega-3 profile. If you rely on farmed fish, be mindful of sourcing and sustainability labels. For olive oil, extra virgin and cold-pressed varieties retain the most polyphenols. Store them in dark glass away from heat. With turmeric, adding black pepper and some fat increases curcumin absorption. Fresh turmeric or well-formulated culinary blends work fine. Fermented foods are powerful, but opt for versions low in added sugars, and if you take immunosuppressive medications or have certain medical conditions, check with your clinician about probiotics. If you consider supplements to fill gaps, e.g. omega-3s, speak with a healthcare professional before starting anything new. And remember, research suggests associations and mechanisms. These foods may or can help shift the physiology behind stress face. They're not instant cures. Let me bring this home with a simple visualization. Imagine your face as a calm lake. Chronic stress is the wind that ripples the surface, stirring sediment and blurring the reflection. These 10 foods, the berries, olive oil, green tea, salmon, avocado, dark chocolate, pomegranate, broccoli sprouts, turmeric, and fermented foods, are small acts that lower that wind. Over weeks, the water calms, reflection sharpens, lines relax, puffiness softens, your skin gets more glow. That's the realistic, hopeful trajectory I want you to picture. If you're ready to try this, subscribe and download the full 30-day Stress Face Reset Pack in the description. Start with one swap today, maybe green tea for one coffee or a cup of berries at breakfast, and build from there. Leave a comment and tell me which of these foods you'll try first, or what your own stress face looks like and how long you've noticed it. I read those comments and I'll respond with practical tips. You don't need a dramatic overhaul to see difference, just a steady, evidence-informed rhythm. Eat with intention, move a little, sleep better when you can, and treat your face like the honest meter it is for how you care for yourself. Small steps compound into visible change, and that's entirely within reach.